Twinsoul family. So I was trying to find a quiet place to be able to make this video. It's really hard where I am. The space that I'm inhabiting it's difficult, and I know the sun is behind me, and I did that purposely because I love the sun. And this way you guys can get the light codes and things that you need from the sun, even just from watching the raw energy, RA. So the ascension energies have been off the chart, to say the least. There's been a lot of activations and downloads for a lot of you. Today and yesterday were two of the roughest during my ascension journey. And I have received a lot of downloads, but mainly I just wanted to get on here and do a check-in with you guys. I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping, so you guys can be having a lot of trouble sleeping as well. We are going to go on here and do a collective read for the twin souls who are in the thick of this ascension. The energies have not been easy at all. I know this morning I did a huge meditation, and I learned a lot of things about myself and a lot of truths that came out. And so I was purging a lot of heavy energy. We're gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna start with this deck. I hope you can hear me okay. Like I said, it's really hard for me to find space to make videos where it's quiet. We do what we can. There is a aquarium in here. We upgraded Cunny's tank, so he has a different tank now, and it has a filter, so there is the filter noise going. It's quite loud, so I hope you can hear me fine. You may have to use headphones. I am going to start with the Anubis deck, and we are going to figure out what the collective needs to hear right now. What do our twin souls need to know, those that are on the twin soul journey? And everyone has a twin soul, but not everyone is on the twin soul journey, because everyone is at different levels in their ascension journey. So I'm just going to say that. We have Nephthys, the High Priestess, Intuition and Mystery. So there's that energy. Again, the High Priestess, discovering things about yourself. A lot of you are going within, like I did, doing meditations, trying to find the answers which you thought you needed to get outside of yourself. Now you realize that the answers come from within you. You don't need, you don't need your spirit team. You don't need your star family. You don't need any of them. Is it good to have them around during your ascension journey? Absolutely. Do we need them? No. Because everything that we need to know, all of our remembrance comes from within ourselves. So your greatest gift that you can give to yourself, and it's going to sound hokey and overly spiritual, but it's to just meditate. Just set aside like an hour to just meditate and to just connect with the inside of you. That soft, tiny voice inside of your head that is going to give you the guidance that you so desperately need during this huge quantum leap into our ascension. Okay? There's a lot of things that are being revealed right now, but you have to be ready to take that leap. You have to be ready to find the answers within yourself, because you cannot find them any other way. I can guarantee you that. I was doing everything that I thought I could. I was connecting to my guides. I was connecting to angels. I was, doing everything that I thought I needed to do. And as it turns out, I literally just had to set aside an hour just to be by myself and to go into a deep meditation. And I seen incredible things that I won't even get into in this video, but just know that is what propelled me to do this reading. So you're going to have to use your intuition to discover the next parts of your journey, and nobody else can do that for you. The Nile, 22. Oh, this is 2. So again, we have 2, 2, 2. This is 22. All right. I'm sorry. I know the sun. It's so important to get the sun energy, though. Sacred archetype. I can't talk. Sacred archetype element of water. Sacred archetypal elements of water. So connecting to the elements of water within us, which is our emotions, is so important. So one of the things I noticed during the meditation was, as I was trying to connect, I should probably just make a separate video about this. Actually, I think I'm going to, but I was trying to connect to the energy of abundance, to try to sort of kickstart my 3D reality into financial abundance, because I'm tired of being stuck. And I literally woke up this morning with this attitude of I don't give a shit. Like, I was gonna say a different word, but I'm trying to really hard to censor this Leo fire inside of me. But I woke up with this. I had so much anger inside of my heart, because there was so many things on the outside of my reality that were going wrong, and I was questioning why, because I'm like, I'm doing the work, I am devoting myself to serving, and yet nothing seems to be working out. And so I just woke up like so angry, so angry. I had so much anger in my heart, and I had to do this hour meditation to connect to the deepest part of myself. And there's that water energy. I just spit. Sorry, I'm still a little bit fired up. So I am a fire sign. So what I did was I did a fire meditation where I connected. It's even worse. I lit a candle and I connected to the flame. So I did what I call a fire scrying meditation, where I stare into the flame and I try to I try to focus my attention on the flame in order to receive a vision about what my next step is. So that's what I did. And I had to connect to the deepest parts of my emotions and discover the uncomfortable parts of myself that didn't want to be faced yet again. Even though I have been doing that, I had to go even deeper, if that makes sense. So allowing ourselves to get deep into those watery emotions that most of us try to shove really deep down is going to really help you on your journey. Discover the parts where you need to flow in order to make things easier for yourself on your journey. And all of the answers are going to be different for all of you. I know it sounds really cryptic, but that's, like I said, it's going to mean the difference, the meanings are going to be different for everybody. So we have 8, Mat, truth, radiance, and balance. So again, it's about balancing those energies. Where are you focusing your energy? Are you focusing your energy on the 3D? Are you focusing on the 5D? Because you have to be focusing on both. You have to have a foot in both. You have to be in the 5D. You also have to have a foot in the 3D. Self-care is so important. I learned that today the hard way. I literally couldn't even get myself out of bed. I was so ill. I had been giving so much of myself to my children and to focusing on the 3D, trying to get everything in my life in order. It's 10:10. That I literally woke up this morning. I couldn't get out of bed. I was so sick. And it was because I had literally drained myself to the point where I could not get out of bed. So learning to balance your energy is going to be so important. You know, during the meditation, one of the main things I heard was, we have woken up humanity, us light workers. And so now it is our turn to wake up. We need to wake up to the fact that our self-care is the only thing that is holding us back. It is so important for us to focus on replenishing our energies and taking time for ourselves, because we literally cannot create abundance on empty reserves. So it is imperative for us to be selfish as light workers. That is our wake-up call. We've already woken up humanity, and now the wake-up call is for us. Where are you not replenishing your reserves? Where are you overgiving? Okay? So, I think I'm going to call this video out too. Wake up. This is your wake-up call. How do you expect to manifest your abundance and all of the good things that you're deserving of if you're overgiving, if you're people-pleasing, if you're not taking care of yourself? And there's different levels of doing this, you know. Just, you know, sometimes I think, like, I'm not overgiving. I am giving time to myself, but clearly I wasn't. There was some chinks in the armor that I was missing. And we don't realize that our self-care is not on point until it isn't. So, okay. What else do we need to know? So yes, let that be your wake-up call. We have affection. Love yourself. See, you can't make it up. I'm not lying. The messages are coming through. You are the ultimate act of creation, fashioned by the hands of a divine artist. You have to remember that. It is so important. Your self-love, I don't even care. Like, if you don't take anything away from this video, take this away from the video. And it is this. Your self-love is what is going to be the catalyst for everything else. You cannot properly serve humanity without properly first serving yourself. So if you're going to take anything away from this video, let it be that everything starts with your self-love and your self-care. You won't have the energy to even do anything of any value to anyone if you don't take care of yourself. Period. Presence. Bring your mind into present moment time. Now is the only place to be. And yes, that is so important. Finding time to smell the roses, be present with yourself, because that's when you're going to notice the synchronicities. My stomach is growling. That's when you're going to notice the synchronicities. I'm sort of doing like a fast, a fruit fast. The messages come more clearly when I do that. But if you are not in the present, you're not gonna notice the synchronicities and the things that you need to be aware of in order to take those next steps onto your journey. The messages are constant from God's source, from the universe, and they're showing you steps, but you're not gonna see them if you are not being present and you're worried about the past or the future, things like that. And I know it's so hard to say. I'm in that right now. I'm in the thick of that because I want to have my own sacred space. I want to have my own place for me and my children. I want to be able to make videos in a place where it's nice and quiet. And yet it's really hard. And one of the main reasons I cannot manifest a place a sacred space, and abundance is because I'm not doing the self-care like I'm supposed to be. So let that be an important lesson. Shine, step into the light. You are a gift to the world. So just you're enough. You're the gift, not your gifts. You are the gift. Okay. Yes, we all have different gifts. And one of the things I learned during my hour-long meditation was, I was so focused on my starseed origins. Come to find out, yes, most of us are star seeds, right? But my most recent lifetime, I was from the angelic realm. So I kept hearing over and over again, angelic realm incarnate, which means my last life that was lived, I was an angel, and I was in the angelic realm. So I chose to come from that realm to here, to earth, to help in the ascension journey. And so that remembrance was like an epiphany for me today. And it's not about ego. It's not like, oh, I'm an angel, I'm an earth angel. I have just basically at this point in my journey, most of my ego is gone, and it was stripped away in very, very, very painful ways. Like, not easy. And even now, just talking about it, my throat chakra is, and I'm tearing up. So the shadow work is not easy. These are the things that will tear us down, and in order to humble us constantly so that you can be a vessel for love. And so at this point in my journey, I only have just a little amounts of ego, enough to, relate on this earth plane, right? Because we have to have a little bit of ego in order to have the self-love and the pride to keep going and to keep loving and to keep giving even. And to have that self-love to replenish our, reserves when they're depleted. But so my last life, I was an angel. I chose to reincarnate here so that I could help in the ascension energies. And so that was my remembrance. So everybody has connections to angels, and mine just happens to be a little bit stronger because my last life, I was there, I was with them. I experienced what it was like to be an angel. And it's funny because throughout most of my life, like, people have always called me that, an earth angel, or they're like, oh, you're an angel. And, it never really made sense until this moment, until the meditation. So, and I'm sure I do have starseed origins, but, my main focus on this earth should be connecting to those angelic energies. I'm going to do I'm going to do this zodiac sign cards and sort of feel out the astrological energies which are propelling the twins forward right now. And then we're going to do some tarot, and then we're going to end with the Rumi oracle. So what else do our twin souls need to know? And I guarantee you guys, I know being on a twin soul journey is not easy. In fact, it's probably the hardest path you will ever choose in your ascension journey, because it forces you to look at the parts of yourself that are not beautiful and perfect. And though, yes, it's a conundrum, because yes, they are beautiful and they are perfect, but on this earth plane, there is a certain sense of duality, which is good and bad, light and dark. And in order to fully become whole, you have to integrate all of those parts of yourself. You have to learn to love the parts of yourself that you don't necessarily like or want to see. The neediness, the clinginess, the loneliness, the parts of ourselves that make us truly and incredibly vulnerable as human beings, to face them and shine light on them. And that is so hard. And so if you are on the twin flame journey and you are feeling all of these beautiful ascension energies, which are meant to crack our hearts wide open, I am so fucking proud of you. And just know that I see you. And I understand that facing those parts of yourself are not easy, and you are incredibly fucking brave. And someday you're gonna look back at this part of your journey and say, holy fuck, right? This will be one of those cataclysmic moments when you realize that this was like the major step that you needed. This was the message that you needed to hear that was going to propel you into the next level of your journey, which could be the union with your twin flame, right? Because we go through all of these lessons so that we can teach humanity what unconditional love is. And you cannot fully do that without being in union with your twin soul. It's not about love. It's not about, I mean, it is about love, but it's about love for humanity, not love, selfish love for yourself. And you're doing the work because you want to create a better world. And, you know, because you want all of those things and you're giving it selflessly, this energy to help others, then you deserve that unconditional love. You deserve the other half of your soul. You deserve your twin flame. You know, because you're doing the work, because you're doing it unselfishly, because you want to help other people. It's not because you just want to be in love with someone. It's so much more complex than that, isn't it? Twin flames are here to change the world. Mercury, how you think, communicate, walk, talk, and travel. So, you know, during Mercury retrograde, things malfunction. The way that we communicate is distorted. And I'm not sure if Mercury is still in retrograde. Honestly, there's been so many planets doing crazy things. I know Venus is in retrograde right now, which is affecting the way we look at our relationships and the way we love. That's another thing that came through in the meditation for me was, you know, analyzing my self-love, analyzing how I relate deeply to other people, and why I have no real deep connections with any masculines in my life. I have a deep connection, you know, with my girlfriend. And I mean, I don't mean like girlfriend like lesbian. I mean like girlfriend like my best friend, Chrissy. Right? And she's pretty much, other than the connection I have with my family, my mom, dad, my stepdad, my kids, I really don't have any other deep connections. And so I had to analyze that and figure out what are my fears in relation to intimate connection with a masculine energy, and where am I not connecting to the masculine within myself, right? And so yeah, Mercury is about discovering those things. How do you talk to yourself? How do you communicate with others? Things of that nature. And Venus in retrograde is bringing up all of those issues around love, like, you know, it deals with how we relate to the deeper intimate relationships in our life. So I have an abundance of love around me. Yes, I do. But as far as my intimacy with men, there's I don't have a lot of intimate relationships with men. Like, even with the dads in my life, there is a wedge. So it's, these are the things that we discover about ourselves and during these planetary alignments. Okay. So we have the 10th house, which is in relation to your achievements and your status in the outside world. So a lot of us right now are questioning those things. We're trying to figure out what is our bigger mission. How can we create this abundance in the 5D for ourselves, or in the 3D for ourselves, that we feel and know is there in the 5D? What do we want to be remembered for? What is the legacies we're creating for ourselves? Where can we step up our game in relation to, my feet are getting, I'm losing feeling in my feet. Where can we take our next level of service to humanity, right? Questioning all of those things. And we have the 7th house. This area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. See, we're all going through this together. We're all going through this level of questioning where we're like, okay, so what's the next step? Like, how can I better serve? Like, how can I serve myself and still balance out my servitude to humanity? You know, a lot of you are trying to figure out, like, you know, how to bring in the things that you want, like stability and abundance. And a lot of us are homeless. A lot of us are displaced. Or, you know, if we are homed, it's not where we want to be homed. You know, we're trying to create sacred space. We're trying to create the abundance, the flow of money. I see all of you in the struggles that you're going through, and I'm in it too. So, you know, the only way that we're going to get all of these answers is by going within ourselves and doing the shadow work, which is so painful. It's so worth it, right? We're going to pull one more from this deck, and we're going to move on to the tarot. This is going to be a long reading. So we have Cancer. This energy is emotional. It's so funny. I knew this card would come out. Sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. And there's the angel wings. So the energy surrounding us right now is that of a mother, of loving, kindness, caring, compassion. The whole world right now is experiencing this level of compassion and motheristic love. You know, this unconditional love for humanity and for ourselves. That is the energy surrounding us right now. And so take it all in and let it nourish you and accept it. Let the essence of unconditional love propel you forward into the next level of your journey, because no matter where you're at and what you're going through, you are seen, you are heard, you are loved. It is so important that you know that you're loved. You're not alone. The next level of our journey is coming. All of our blessings are coming. We just got to hang in there for just a little bit longer. Okay, so what's next for the twin souls right now that are watching this? And I guarantee if you follow the advice in this video, you will find the next level of your journey. You have to trust yourself. We have 9 of Swords, despair. See, a lot of you are feeling this energy of like wanting to know why we're stuck in these energies of fear and despair, and The only thing that's holding you back is yourself. You know, your fears of the unknown. And we all face that. And by God, I am so facing that right now. Like, questioning, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? And the fact of the matter is, like, you just got to pay attention to the signs. A 9 of Swords, King of Swords. See, King of Swords represents clarity. So the clarity is coming soon. You just got to hold on for just a little bit longer. The Moon. See, we have, oh my gosh, you can't make it up. King of Swords and the Moon. So clarity. King of Swords is about clarity, logic, using your intellect. And the Moon is about things being revealed, mysteries being revealed. So the clarity's coming. It's hidden now, but it's going to be revealed. You just have to, it's going to come and be revealed at different levels for different people at different times. So you have to be patient with yourself. You have to show yourself the same love and compassion that you show everybody else. We have to stop the negative self-talk, and we have to show ourselves the same love and compassion that we show everybody else. Queen of Cups, see, that's about showing yourself the love and the compassion that you show the whole entire world, right? Why is it that you think the whole entire world deserves your love and compassion, but you don't? It makes no sense, right? Open yourself to a greater sense of love for yourself, and it's going to open you to a greater sense of love from all of humanity. This reading is really deep. It's not going to resonate with everyone. I can guarantee if you found this, then you are on a literal fast track to enlightenment. That's what I'm going to say. So we have the Hanged One. Things being on a pause, stagnant right now. There it is. Look, 8 of Swords. See, getting in your own way. Allowing your negative self-talk and your thoughts to complicate things. When, you know, meditation, going within is the thing that is going to dispel all of this. Oftentimes we all get in our own way, and it's easy to blame outside circumstances when it's really just us, right? See, look, again, 5D, worry, 5 of Discs, worrying, feeling you're not abandoned, you're not alone. I promise you're not. The theme has been you're not alone. To Queen of Wands. Open yourself up to the possibility of magic, that everything that you want is right around the corner. See, the Fool. We have Queen of Wands and the Fool. Allow that childlike innocence to come back into your life. That, remember when you were a child and you thought anything was possible? You were like, I'm going to be an astronaut. Like, you believed that. And then it was so easy. It was like you believed that you were going to be an astronaut and you didn't have to worry about like going to space school or whatever. Like, you were just like, oh, I'm going to be an astronaut. And then you just knew that like you could achieve that, like somehow, some way. Like, you didn't worry about like having to go to space school or how much money space school was going to cost. You just knew that you wanted to be a fucking astronaut. And so, like, we need to go back to that level of naivety when we believe that anything was possible, because anything is possible. And so, once we remember that, then we can, I swear, this throat chakra, hold on. Okay, so once we get to that level of going back down to the Fool, to the naivety, to the belief, the belief systems of when you're a child, where you believe that anything is possible, then anything will be possible, and you'll be able to tap into your level of creativity. and create the life that you want without interference. See, look, the wheel. Everything is turning in our favor. You know, those of us that are on the twin flame journey, the wheel is about fortune. It's about luck. It's about fate. You know, and this is you creating your own fate and following your destiny, following the signs that are going to lead you to your greatest destiny, and co-creating with God to create the life that you want. Seven of Cups. See, these are all the options. Which one are you going to choose? You have so many options to create abundance. Don't be seduced by the ways of the world, because we're in the world, but we're not of it, right? Four of Swords, recovery and rest. Again, this energy of needing to meditate, to go within. Some of you are doing some deep cellular healing, and that's why you need extra rest. Look, the Tower. So after this rest and recoup, there's the change, the huge catalyst, which is going to propel you into your greatest season of your life. Wow, we got Three of Swords, sorrow, but it came out in reverse. So no more sorrow, right? It's the opposite. So this would be sorrow. So there's no more sorrow and there's no more pain after this period of rest and recoup. And there's the catalyst, which is the Tower, which is what we need to change, right? It's the boom, the thunder, the change that comes, that scares and shakes us to our core. It's the thing that propels us into action, right? The Tower is about massive change. It's Phoenix energy. It's destroying so that new can be reborn. The world. See? Everything that you want. There it is. The world. No more sadness. The world. The world is the end of a cycle of unhappiness to all of the blessings. There you go. Earned success. Six of Swords. We're going to do one more. What's the final message for the Twin Souls? 4. Learn to govern your thoughts and control them. 2 of Wands. King of Discs. Focus your plans on the earth plane. Four of Cups. The Chariot. I know this is going to sound weird, but I heard this here in my meditation too, and so I think it's really important. And there's the Lover's card. So the Four of Cups is about being bored and being, and it can be an energy of being stagnant, but it's also the energy of mundane. It's like the things that we do every day, like cleaning our house and paying our bills and all of this, the 3D stuff. So I heard focus on the mundane, and that is going to help you to surrender. So just going about your business and doing the things that you normally do. Don't focus on even trying to even manifest. Just focus on doing what you normally do. And that way it'll shift your mindset into like a state of surrender and like nothingness, so that things can start moving forward very quickly. The Chariot. Because the Chariot's about movement very quickly, forward movement, right? So by focusing on the mundane, you are going to make it easier for the universe to bring in all of those things that you have been trying to manifest during this new cycle, okay? But you have to come to a place of neutrality. And the only way you can do that is by clearing your mind and focusing on the 3D. Does that make sense? And right after the Chariot, we have the Lovers. There's your perfect divine love, right? There's your union. Okay, so we're going to leave off with a Rumi card, and it's going to conclude this reading. It has been very long, but much needed message, right? What is the final message for the twin souls on their journey? So the steps have been laid out for us. We just have to follow them patiently. That's all. There's a path. There's your path. If you were wondering about your path, then there it is. I just laid it all out for you in this video. And if you found this reading, then it's definitely for you. Don't question it. Okay? Period. Last final card for the twins. We have the impossible made possible. Told you, boom, you can't make it up. The impossible made possible. Maybe there's a woman right there and she's literally connected to the world. So what if your person and your twin flame is someone that you never ever thought it could be? What if it's something greater than you ever thought it could be? Maybe you set your sights too low. Maybe the universe is saying your person, if you were to realize how incredibly amazing you are, and all of the things that you know you are, compassionate, loving, kind, thoughtful, intelligent, beautiful inside and out. You've done the work. You've evolved your soul. How many people can say that and honestly mean it? You've evolved your soul. You know that you're different from the person you used to be. You have a soul shine. There's a beauty about you that comes from in here, and it's from your heart chakra, and your chakras are balanced, and you are radiating pure, beautiful love frequency. You are an enlightened being, and it wasn't easy to get here, and you had to scrape and you had to claw and fight yourself to get here. And all of those amazing things, you've come so far, right? So if you are vibrating at this frequency of etheric perfection, don't you deserve a partner who is the same energy as you? That beautiful, pure love energy. A person who's done their work, who's intelligent, compassionate, smart, which is sort of like intelligent, but also street smart, right? Someone who's spiritual, someone who's aligned, someone who's devoted to loving humanity, who loves animals, and who loves all sentient beings, and not just sentient beings, but all beings, flies, mosquitoes, trees, grass, the sun, the energy that flows between all, right? So if your person is the other half of you and you are pretty fucking amazing, then your person is amazing as well. What if they are greater than you ever thought possible, right? What if it's this thing that is a different frequency than you, right? What if what you thought it was not what it is? You know, what if you were focused on this lower vibrational person thinking that they were your person and they weren't, right? It's because your person is you. They have the same frequency as you. And if you're vibrating way up here, then it makes sense, and they also have to vibrate way up here, right? They have a perfect essence just like you. And if you were to realize how amazingly amazing you are, then it would make sense that your person is just as amazing. So do not sell yourself short. When you see a person, you go, oh my God, there's no way that person could be my twin flame, because they're so incredible. They just shine like, oh, so much love radiates from them. And their energy is so amazing. But do you realize that that's your energy too? Do you? You should. Because they are an aspect of you. Everyone is. So when you see your twin flame, you go, oh my gosh, they're God. You are too. So it makes sense. So don't sell yourself short. Recognize that you deserve to have someone that fucking phenomenal, because you are that phenomenal too. You guys vibrate at the same frequency. And that's why you found each other. I love you. I hope this reading helped.